And I didn't realize I wasn't feeling well until after I left the show. And I was just like, because I am recovering from the rhinovirus, which is the common cold, the rhinovirus. I'm not contagious, but I'm just like, ugh. And so I went home yesterday and I talked my sister and I into getting vitamin drips. She's never had one before. She's never taken a vitamin in her life. And so her and I got vitamin drips and I started feeling better right after. And I feel 100% better today. But man, crazy times. It's the third drip I had in a week.
Yeah, you could see it in your face yesterday. You were struggling. Your eyes were like red. You were just like...
You were a tad cranky?
I was hurt.
A little bit.
So get this. We went to dinner last night, and like at 9 o'clock last night, we get an email from my kid's school district at 9 o'clock. And so my kids, their school, you had a choice in the beginning of the school year to either go to school or go online. And my kids decided to go to school. And then it got really weird at school, and so they decided to go back to online. But there's a different online than when you go to online school. It's like from noon to 2 online school. Last night the email said, boom, school shut down. Everybody's going to online school. This is at 9 o'clock last night. And now the new online school is 7:45 to noon. So it's like all of a sudden, it's so weird they send this email because now everybody's got to change all their plans.
Yep.
Because people have you've rearranged your life around school starting at noon. Right. So it was like, man, last night, and dogs are barking. And oh, by the way, so I have all these dogs in my house, and my sister's staying with me, and her family's there, and she has 2 huge dogs in my house, and she's also working, and she got to experience what I've experienced on Zoom calls. She had a Zoom call, and during the Zoom call, the FedEx truck pulled up, and she's on with the president of Discovery Network, and all of a sudden, all the dogs start barking.
Times 20.
Times 20, and she has to go, I'm so sorry. My brother runs a dog rescue. Keep in mind, none of the dogs barking are part of the rescue. Those are our dogs and her dogs. And the lady says to my sister, let's just end this call.
Wow.
Oh, she didn't care.
She was fine. She wasn't worried about
It must have been really bad, though.
Yeah,
so bad.
I feel like now you're kind of used to distractions and things happening in the background, so it must have been
I have this
intense.
little dog that has a horrible bark, and my sister has this giant dog that has a horrible bark. It's a horrible, horrible bark. And we have this really mean, rude old curmudgeon neighbor, Judith, I've told you about.
Oh, yeah.
And she's complained so much on Thanksgiving, so much about the dogs barking. She complained about the rap music my kids shoot baskets to. She's complained about the dogs barking at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the kids are swimming. So like it's a Wednesday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, kids are swimming, and she's like, can you tell the dogs to shut up? And my wife's like, have a great Thanksgiving. That's her response to the lady.
That's all you can do.
I know.
Unless you start a neighbor war. And nobody wants one of those.
This lady's so...
No, you don't.
Like, So, Suzette, what happened? What did you say? You were telling me about Mr. Baby. He caught you sleeping in a certain way?
Yeah, this morning. So usually when I wake up, I have like 20 alarms. So I have to set all those alarms off. And then I still lay in bed for a couple more minutes while I scroll on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And so this morning, the same routine, turned off like 20 alarms, grabbed my phone. I'm laying in bed, holding my phone up. And it's pitch black, and it's like the light's super, super bright. So I'm like looking at my phone, scrolling on Instagram, just trying to like take a moment to really wake up, to get my brain going. And then all of a sudden, I hear like Mr. Baby laugh. And I hear, babe, are you asleep? I guess I fell asleep with holding my phone up. My eyes were closed. And there was just like a bright light on my face, but I was asleep. I fell asleep.
That's so dangerous because, like, if you drop, when you drop your phone on your face, like, if you're in bed, you're holding it out, it's like, ow! It's the worst.
So I realized what's happening. I opened my eyes, and then I bust out laughing. So we're just laughing in bed this morning. And he's like, can you please just get up? I don't want to worry, like, if you fall back asleep and you're late for work. And I'm like, okay, I'll get up.
Man, I hear alarm. I immediately jump out of bed. I think if I did what you guys do, like Kyle, when Kyle goes back to bed, I'm like, I can't. I don't think I'd ever get back out. I got to get out right away. It's terrible. I just can't. It's crazy how you guys do that.
No,
Well, they
waking
say-
up's like a whole process for me.
But they say set it for the last possible minute because the snooze time actually is more disruptive.
I know that's what they say, but you got to do what works for you.
True.
That is true. That's true.
Yesterday, I was telling you guys about a TV show called The Flight Attendant, and my sister, she's obsessed with it now. She's watched every episode, and she comes over to me last night. She goes, "Have you watched any of The Flight Attendant yet?" I go, "I've been with you all day." I go, "When have I watched A Flight Attendant?" But Kyle, did you start watching it yet?
I just caught the very beginning of it, and I love Kaylee Cuoco.
Right.
She's like the main character in this. Obviously, she was in The Big Bang Theory, and like she is a lovable train wreck already. And I'm only like 15 minutes in. I got to just the point where she's realized the guy from C3 from her flight that she made out with on the airplane and then went out with and partied with him all night is dead.
Oh, okay.
Like she just realized he's like in bed next to her with a slit throat and she's freaking out. And
Did you
I
see-
just would die. Like
Right? Isn't that good stuff? So far,
Yeah.
it's good, right? So right now,
Yeah.
you're like, is
I'm
that
at
only
the very beginning. I think
What?
I'm only like 15 minutes in.
that's all in the first
Really?
15
Yes.
minutes? If
Yes.
that's all in the
Ooh,
first
that's
15 minutes, that's
good.
good, right?
Yeah. You said there's 3 episodes out, right?
There's probably 4 now. I don't know. Maybe there's.
I
there
think
was-
it's 3
There's
still.
3. So have you got to the part yet? Because it's all everything you just described, where she starts to clean the crime scene.
No.
Okay,
Not there
so that's right. Because it's like I didn't realize what a good actress she is. But anyway, it's called The Flight Attendant. It's on. Is it HBO? HBO Max? It's on.
It's on HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Yeah.
I saw this thing about things to look forward to in December, and there's another movie coming out with Nicole Kidman. I don't know what it is, but because of The Undoing, I'm like, okay, you know. But also, the number one thing to look forward to in December is the end of 2020,
Yeah.
I
Right.
know.
Yeah.
and
You
it's
know-
like,
For sure.
You know what's funny? It's like, so we did our Christmas card pictures like a month ago, right? And I just got them in the mail yesterday to start to send out. And I don't know if I just wanted 2020 to be over so much or I was just like delirious when I actually picked the card. But it's like a Happy New Year card. It's not really like a Christmas card. So the actual thing says, it's like, love, cheer, and Happy New Year 2021. It's like, you know what? I think we're all ready to say goodbye to 2020. I don't need 2020 on the card.
Yeah,
here's to
that works.
2021. So you might have 2 cards in 2021, because at the end of next year
like
you'll have.
2 cards that say 2021 on it.